Yeah.
So people want to know about who you are in this space and how were you able to venture into the real estate industry and how has the journey been like?
Beautiful, beautiful. I said something earlier. I said that we are a service-oriented company, and I think that the journey of Edstone Realty started from there. Started from the drive, from the passion to just also help people. I remember starting with. We actually started as a real estate school, interestingly, where we were just committed to training people, all right? And so I remember that our mission then was helping people, helping businesses, right? Nurture, not just nurture, discover, nurture, and redefining careers and businesses in real estate. I take that again. Discover, nurturing, and redefining careers and businesses in real estate. So that was our major focus at that point, And then we did that for a while. People started learning, how to sell, how to close deals, how to build fortunes, wealth for themselves through real estate, And then it got to a point where we decided that we weren't just going to train others how to build wealth. We should also show them how to. Do you understand? I mean, it's not just about teaching them, We also wanted to also practice it. Just so that we can let people understand and see, this is the how to do this, And then beyond that, we find a lot of quackery in that sense, in this space. A lot of quacks, a lot of quackery act, and as we thought about it, if we continue to leave it like that.
Gone are the days when Ibadan used to lag behind when it comes to youthful entrepreneurial innovations. But right now, things have changed because this city has now become the most sought-after location for startups in Nigeria. And this is why I decided to take it upon myself to bring to you a story of one of the most amazing entrepreneurs in this city, who is currently building one of the most thriving real estate companies in the southwest region of Nigeria. In today's video, I have here with me Mr. John. He is the managing director of Edstone Realty. And today we'll be talking about what Edstone Realty have to offer in the real estate industry. And firstly, the first question I'll be asking you, Mr. John, is what does Edstone Realty have to offer for Ibadan people in the real estate industry?
Isaac, I want to say a big thank you to you first and foremost for deciding to do this. I mean, we see how that you do. We see how passionate you've been around the Ibadan real estate space, how you push Ibadan space with all the zest and all the passion you have. I mean, big kudos to you. So coming back to your question, and that what do we have to offer as a company? That's a very interesting question, And I think that for us as a company, we pride in the fact that all of our projects are backed with data. So by data, I mean, we don't just develop projects. Every single project we've ever developed or done, right, are projects that are solely helping our investors, solely helping our subscribers to build sustainable wealth. I say that a lot because that's our mission, really. Our mission really is helping people build sustainable wealth, all right, both individuals and organizations, And so if you ask us that, what's our own unique selling point as a company, I think is the fact that every single project we do, right, is backed by data that ensures that every single investor, whether you're investing 100,000 naira, whether you're investing 10 million naira, whether you're investing 100 million naira, you're able to get value, right? You'll find very few companies do such. People just want to sell lands. They just want to sell houses. For us, it's not just about selling lands. It's selling you an experience, right, that is going to help you, build sustainable wealth for yourself.
Okay. One thing I'll pick from what you've said is sustainable wealth.
Absolutely.
And this is what everyone assure people of in the real estate industry.
Interesting.
That is sustainable wealth.
Yeah.
But we want to know what are the core value that these companies stick with.
Beautiful.
as a body in the real estate industry.
Beautiful. I'm going to come back to that sustainable world I just mentioned to you, because I believe very strongly that for a company to be set up, it has to be backed by certain core values, right? And you have to, at every point in time, live by those values. And so for us, first and foremost is the fact that we are people-centric.
Yeah.
By people-centric, I mean it's first about others than about us. So the first question or the first check we're asking ourselves is that if you're designing a project, how is it benefiting the next person? So we are completely a service-oriented company. That's the first core value, that we are service-oriented. And of course, we can call that both service and people-oriented, because for us, it's about others. The second is that excellence is something we hold very dear to heart. All of our projects, if you get into the office, if you meet any of our staff, any of our consultants, any of our partners, you would very well perceive that excellence. And so excellence is something that we hold very dear to heart. Of course, professionalism also. We believe very strongly that every single thing that you do, right, you're supposed to be as professional as possible, and we also pride ourselves in the fact that we can compete on the global scale, on the global level, and we've had clients all over the world, buy products from us, and they'd be like, are you sure you guys are in Nigeria, and that's being professional, as much as possible. So I would say service and people-centric organization, excellence, professionalism, and then the last one is we believe very strongly in mutual respect. We believe that every single person should be respected, whether you are the client that has only 10,000 naira or you are the client that has maybe 100,000 naira. We won't count you less than the one that has 100 million naira. So we very well take to heart mutual respect. So that drives us to respecting every single person that walks into the organization, whether it's a staff, stakeholder, partner, consultant, anybody, respect you equally. Yeah, so those are some of the core values that we hold dear to us as a company.
That's very, 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 very wholesome.
Thank
because
you, Thank you.
The core value is very, very important in keeping an organization
quite important
in shape.
Yeah.
And many people watching this video right now will just be wondering, how I will be able to come up with a company called Headstone Realty with projects which have been sold out in places like Monia. And here is another project which we just talked about in the video. So people want to know about who you are in this space and how were you able to venture into the real estate industry, and how has the journey been like?
Beautiful. I said something earlier. I said that we are a service-oriented company, and I think that the journey of Headstone Realty started from there. Started from the drive, from the passion to just also help people. I remember starting with, we actually started as a real estate school, interestingly, where we were just committed to training people, all right? And so I remember that our mission then was helping people, helping businesses, right? Not just nurture, discover, nurture, and redefining careers and businesses in real estate. I take that again. Discover, nurturing, and redefining careers and businesses in real estate. So that was our major focus at that point, And we did that for a while. People started learning, how to sell, how to close deals, how to build fortunes, wealth for themselves through real estate, And then it got to a point where we decided that we weren't just going to train others how to build wealth. We should also show them how to. Do you understand? It's not just about teaching them, We also wanted to also practice it. Just so that we can let people understand and see, this is the how to do this, And then beyond that, we find a lot of quackery in that sense, in this space. A lot of quacks, a lot of quackery act, and as we thought about it, if we continue to leave it like that, it's going to get worse So that was why we thought, so okay, let's also get into this space and make sure that we are setting the pace, we are setting the standard. And I can boastfully say it anywhere that in the city of Ibadan, right, we are setting the pace when it comes to real estate, because all of our projects, like I said, you will find excellence there. You would, once you get into the office or into the company, you would know that this is a completely different atmosphere from what you're used to. And they usually say something very important, particularly around Ibadan. Ibadan is known for mediocrity. I think it should change. And so for us, that's something we truly, truly want to change. We want to change that narrative that Ibadan is that ancient, that brown roof city and all of those things, and people can't build wealth in this city. We've helped people all around the world build wealth in the city of Ibadan. And so for us, going back to your question, we started with the real estate school, and then we now moved into development, into developing projects. And then, of course, the mission for those projects is helping people build wealth and then closing the housing deficit as much as possible. So I think that it's really been interesting. It's really been adventurous. I would say it comes with its ups and downs, but you know that the mission is bigger than the problem. So you just have to keep going as much as possible.
Okay, thank you very much for that. We've really learned a lot from your journey so far in the real estate industry.
Yeah.
And there could be someone watching this video right now that has 500K to 1 million to 5 million just hanging in their bank accounts, providing loans. It is just the bank is just making use of those money. So I want you to teach those set of people how they can multiply their money from the experience of schooling people all through your journey. Can you just teach them how to multiply their money?
Interesting. So if there's one thing I think I really like to talk about a lot is finance, is money, because I think money is, it's a tool, right? I think that's one thing that we should understand first and foremost, that money is not an end in itself, but it's a means to an end, and you need that means to get to an end. Without a plane, if you want to go to Germany, for instance, without a plane, you would sweat your life out. Wow. So you should also understand that just the same way the plane or the vehicle is a means of transportation, money is also a means. It's not the end; it's a means to an end. Yes. And so and they usually say something which is very important, that you don't build wealth by making more money, right? You build wealth by investing. And so if there's someone out there, you're saying, your dream or your goal is to make more money. Yes, that's a fantastic goal. But after you have made the money, what's the next thing to do? Okay, so the next thing to do now is you're looking for opportunities, that can help you, that can help you multiply that money. I think it was Robert Kiyosaki that said that rich people build wealth in their sleep. Money grow for rich people in their sleep while they're sleeping. So that's, there's someone out there, you have 1 million, you have 500,000 naira, you have 5 million, and you're asking, how can I make sure this money works for me? The idea is that make sure you look out for good opportunities, investment opportunities. First, invest intelligently. I say that a lot. Invest. It's not about just investing. Invest intelligently. Look out for companies. Look out for brokers like Isaac. Look out for professional brokers like Isaac. That have integrity. That have their words. That have their names. That have been in the game for a long time. And talk to them. Let them advise you on where you can put your money into, and then can help you build wealth. Like I said, the more money don't build wealth for you. It is the money invested, all right, that builds wealth for you. And do you know the reason for that? Because the more money you make, the more your lifestyle increases. So once you start making so for instance, maybe you're making 200,000 per month before now, and then all of a sudden you start making 1 million naira. What you would find out is that you start looking out for, how can I also upgrade my lifestyle? All right, so the idea is that you don't build wealth by making more money, right? Alone, you build wealth by investing the more money that you are making. Do you understand? And so whether it's 50,000 you're making, whether it's 500,000 you're making, whether it's 1 million, whether it's 5 million, whether it's 50 million, whether it's 500 million, make sure that as much as possible, you're also investing it back into a place that can generate returns for you at the end of the day.
Yeah, I really love that. And one thing I will add to that is that making money, you can only multiply your money through leverage.
Very true.
And after leveraging, for you to multiply it more, you need to have an upgrade on your skill.
Very true.
Your knowledge.
Very true.
Your leverage. And the experience.
Very true. Very true.
Also matters.
Very true.
In multiplying money.
Very true.